were having trouble scoring goals for a while there. How do you account for kind of this surge lately? Just confidence, luck turning?
I think we've just been playing better hockey. Everyone's firing on all cylinders. Guys are making plays, holding on to pucks. Just kind of doing what's making the play in front of them. So it's been a great team effort, and just got to keep going.
What was it about that goal you guys scored that was kind of the turning point? I mean, Minnesota was dominating the first half of that first period, and then you guys score, and bam, it's a whole new game. Yeah.
Obviously, you get a 5-on-3. You got to take advantage, especially the way the start of the game went. So, obviously that was a big goal on a 5-on-3, and then to get two at the end of right at the end of the period was a kind of a backbreaker.
What's it like to see a guy like Jonathan Toews, that was his 900th career point on that big goal? So a big milestone, obviously, for any player.
No, he's been incredible lately. Since Christmas, he's been awesome. We love having him on the power play. He's been great there, and I think he's just going to continue to get more and more comfortable. And it's been awesome watching him and learning from him.
You had mentioned that team aspect. It's obviously you guys are winning in a very sustainable way. It feels like too, right? Something that's going to be able to keep going.
Yeah, for sure. Even before this 4-game, we were just kind of we were giving up wins. We lose the one to Minnesota at the break, and a bunch of other 1-goal losses that easily could have been ours. And all we can do is just keep focusing on the game at hand, and that's kind of what we've been doing. We'll enjoy tonight, and then come tomorrow we're getting ready for Toronto. So that's kind of been the mentality.
Did you know Logan Stanley had this offensive surge in him? And I take it you guys never get tired of seeing him score goals. He doesn't seem to score any boring type goals.
He's been awesome. I not gonna lie, I've always seen it in him. So, I've always been a big Stan fan. He's been a guy that I love to work on things with and see him grow. And I'm like a proud dad for him. He's been it's been awesome to watch, and that's the thing. He makes even a lot of little plays, not just on the goals that are amazing, and make it a pleasure to be on the ice with him. So I saw it in him.
Yeah. Just one more from me, Mark, but not to discount at all the 3 home wins, but what does a win like this on the road against one of the league's best teams, and to do it in pretty dominating fashion, is that a statement win? Is there such a thing?
A win's a win. Obviously, this is a tough building to go into against a really good team. So just to get the win in this building is huge. And obviously, like we talked about earlier, we had a kind of a junky start, but from there we kept working and kept doing the right things. Just kind of making the play in front of you, and we got rewarded.
Thanks, Mark. During that streak where you gave up some late goals in periods, what's it like to be on the other side of that now and be the team that's taking advantage, I guess, of those chances?
Yeah, I think Taser made a good point. We're working for our bounces and creating that with hard work, and it's definitely a good feeling coming in here, being up and having a good. Maybe not good first period, but a good end of the period.
How fast would you clock your shot at, do you think?
I don't know. Yeah, it was a good one.
Yeah.
A good one.
Good celebration, too. You assisted the referee with the good goal point.
Yeah, I didn't see him. He had it, but some of the boys were still playing. I was just trying to let him know it was in.
Good of you. That start, I mean, you guys weren't under siege, right? But obviously took a while maybe for the offense to get going. I guess that's a case where it's nice to have a Connor Hellebuck back there to hold things down.
100%. Helly was great in the first all game, but first 10 minutes, we know they start hard here every game. When they're at home, they're coming out flying. They got a great crowd, and we responded well.
Yeah, you guys are obviously down some defensemen, so do you take it upon yourself, I'm sure Josh does, just to maybe try and do a little more with guys out of the lineup, whether that's offense or defense or both?
Yeah, I think sometimes less is more, just simple and some extra minutes that we got to share with guys being out. And obviously, P's a huge loss for us and eats a lot of minutes. So just try and chip in, be simple and reliable.
Mark Scheifele said he's always been a believer in your offensive upside, so I'll give you a chance to say some nice things about Mark. Left off, obviously, the Team Canada selection. I think he's now 7th in the league in scoring, 4th among Canadians. Makes a pretty compelling case, isn't he, that he's an Olympic caliber player?
Yeah, I think everyone in here gets to see him every day, and how hard he works and how much he cares about getting better in the game that he plays, and he takes a lot of pride in being a 200-foot player, winning face-offs. Obviously, his offensive game is amazing, and it's just cool to see how hard he works at it, and hard work pays off. But great teammate, great player, and really wish he was on the team.
You said he's like a proud dad out there sometimes watching you. Do you get that vibe a little bit sometimes?
Yeah, he's helped me a lot, actually. He's done a lot of work with me, and since I was 18, 19 and got drafted, and he's always been in my corner. He's a great friend, and I love him.
Thanks, Logan.
Thanks,
All right, thanks, guys.
Or so minutes.
13.
13, yeah. I mean, it wasn't. You guys weren't under siege by it, but it just seemed like it took a while. I guess you were expecting maybe the Wild to come out with a push, right?
Yeah, I mean they have a history, especially in this building, of being real strong in the first periods, and we needed Helly. He had to make a couple of stops there, and once we kind of weathered the storm, obviously scoring that goal on the power play kind of settled us down, and obviously moved forward from there.
In the winless skid, you guys had a bunch of games where I think you were giving up, maybe get goals late in periods, but now you've turned it the other way, and those can be daggers, right? Whether you're on the scoring end or the receiving end?
Yeah, I mean, it's focusing for the whole 20 minutes. They are, and also the other side coming out in the start of periods and scoring goals are just as big. But, that at the end there, to get those two quick ones like that really kind of quieted the crowd a little bit, but it also got us feeling pretty good about ourselves, and had a really good second.
Yeah, and in that, I mean, you must really like how your group followed that up. There wasn't a sense of sitting back or complacency.
Yeah, no, it was, we knew that, their transition game we talked about this morning, their ability to, with their D, to be in the offense. If we did the right things, created the turnovers, we were going to play in their end of the rink. And I thought we did a good job with our numbers, staying over top of their numbers. And, when you do that, it makes it a lot easier on everybody.
Do you know Logan Stanley could fire a puck that quickly?
Oh, I've seen that shot. Now, obviously, this year we're seeing it a lot more. That's he's got so much confidence right now. But man, he hammered that one. I'm not sure anybody was expecting that, especially the goalie. But yeah, he's feeling it, and great for him.
Mark Scheifele also feeling it. Just what more can you say about his game?
Yeah, you know what? He's been our go-to guy all year long, and like any team, your top players have to be your top players to have success. And he's been doing a lot of the good things. And I always say, that he's getting offense because what he's doing without the puck, and he's working to get it back. That line does that. Creates his own time when they do it, and that just he gets rewarded for when he plays like that.
Scott, I don't know. Do you believe in statement wins? Is there such a thing as a statement win?
I cannot. I wouldn't say that now. I mean, if we were battling for first or second place or something like that, it might be something. But we're trying to catch some teams right now, and they've got their own little. They're in that top three, so they got their battle up top there. So for us, I just we keep piling together. Talked about piling points up and try and catch these teams that are sitting above us. Now we're looking, like I said before, now we're watching Calgary and Chicago and Utah and the teams that are sitting up above us now. They're the ones we're after.
Just last one from you, but you must you had 2 more goals from your blue line tonight. Yeah. A lot of that offense is now kind of starting from the blue line, guys going to the paint, that sort of thing, and that's something you've been harping on. Seems like last few games, guys are really getting the lesson there.
Yeah, and I think that when everybody's a part of the offense, 5 guys, it makes us tougher to defend. But when those guys from the top can get those pucks in there, get them to the net front, whether the rebounds, Mel's slapper, getting it to the net, and then Tanner battling to getting the rebound and putting it in. Those are big moments. And what I really like tonight is, again, there's 6 goals from 6 different people, and like we talked, you've been around all year. We've been struggling to score goals, and this last probably 3 weeks here, it's starting to go the right way for us.
Jonathan Taves finding the back of the net too. Yeah. That's got to be huge.
Yeah, he's really playing his game. 900 points. That's obviously amazing. He's feeling it, which is awesome. Hopefully he feels it right through the end of the season. But it took him a while to find his legs, find his sort of his place and his game. And now you see it. You're getting the rewards from it.
Thanks, Scott.
Thank you.